Do you have a new Tesla Model Y Juniper? You can install a yoke just like that. Well, in this video, we'll show you step by step how to DIY, as well as how it looks like after installation, as you've seen here. It comes with real Napa leather, feels great in the palm of your hands. Also, the yoke allows you to drive with a more performance feeling and appearance. You can install this under 60 minutes. And with the YN3, it does not come with an option for yoke. So this is how you install it. First, turn off your vehicle. Under safety, just power off the vehicle. Using two small, long flathead screwdriver, poke it through at 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock with the holes behind the steering wheel. Then pop out the yellow plug and you can remove the airbag. Using a 10mm socket with a breaker bar and loosen the bolts. Remove the bolt with your hands and place it somewhere safe. You will be using it again. Remove the burgundy wires and you can remove the steering wheel while wiggling it out. Place the steering wheel somewhere flat next to the yoke steering wheel from Hansshow. You will be transferring these components over to the Hansshow yoke steering wheel. You want to remove these 3 bolts and that burgundy plug to remove that bracket. And then go ahead, unscrew these additional screws at 12 o'clock and at 9 and 3 o'clock. From the back of the steering wheel, you will unscrew the 2 screws on the bottom as well as the 2 on the top. This will allow you to remove the cover. Then from the bottom of the steering wheel, remove this trim cover and remove those 4 screws. Take out that cover from the front and save it for the yoke. And popping out the clip, you will be able to remove these covers and transfer over to the yoke steering wheel. Now go ahead, unscrew these additional screws holding down your scroll wheels. So there are 3 on each side at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Once you have all these screws removed, there is a little clamp on the top there that is white in color. Use a flathead screwdriver to pop it open, and now you can remove the harness and the scroll wheel over. Remember to unplug that blue wire and then transfer over to the yoke. Once you have it transferred over to your yoke, go ahead and plug in those clamps and plug in the blue wire to the new yoke steering wheel. Using the same screw that you remove, screw that back on. And again, 3 on each side at 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Now go ahead and line up the cover that you removed from the OEM steering wheel and place it on the yoke. Make sure it lines up perfectly and push it through the clips. These clips are fragile, so make sure you take your time and pop it in slowly and wiggle it into place. Now the bottom of the steering wheel, put over that cover that you removed earlier and screw the 4 screws back on from the back of the steering wheel. In this case is now the yoke. Using the same screws that you removed from the OEM steering wheel. Place back the cover. And then screw in the actual screw for the cover, 2 on top and 2 on the bottom. So everything is in reverse, but now on the Hansshow yoke itself. Put back the same screws that you removed from the OEM onto the yoke at 12 o'clock, 3 and 9 o'clock. Plug back in the harness and the wires. So that's that burgundy wire that you removed, and now the bracket goes back on using the same screw that you removed from the OEM steering wheel onto the yoke. Make sure everything lines up and place back the yoke on the vehicle itself. So you want to line it up. There's a 12 o'clock mark, and line that up, wiggle it in using the 10mm socket that you removed earlier. Plug the burgundy wire and the airbag wire, push back in the airbag. The horn will honk once, twice, and that is it. Everything works as OEM. It is really just the core that you were swapping out. There's no safety issue. You're using the same airbag, same OEM scroll wheel, and there's no interference, no warranty issues. Installation should take you less than 60 minutes. If you're interested in this product, link in the description of this video.